everybody, and welcome to the season premiere of the pre-production meeting. This is season 3, episode 1, overall episode 52, and I am your co-host Josh Urquhart.
And I'm your other co-host Daniel Kagola.
My God, it has been a while, and we are back, ladies and gentlemen, and wow, we have a season prepared for you. This is going to be a little bit different with a little more surprises this time around, but we were itching to get back. We hope you have had an amazing holiday. I know I have. Dan, how was your holiday, mate?
It was spectacular. Had all the festive traditions, you know,
Yeah.
Christmas, New Year's, all
Nice.
that. How was your trip to Thailand?
My trip to Thailand was good, but like you were saying before, you were itching to get back to this pod.
Yeah.
So was I. It was a great trip away. It kind of forced me
Yeah.
to take a break.
Yeah.
But now we're back, but by the end of the trip, I was getting a bit stir crazy, and I'm
Yeah.
like, we need to get back to it, bro. I was building my checklist by like the last couple of days that we were there in Thailand
Yeah.
for us to get back and get to it, because man, I have a lot of progress. I have so many movies that I've watched.
Yes, likewise.
Yeah, but how have you been? You look spiffy. What's happening?
Thank you, as do you.
Yeah.
Well, viewers and listeners, we've just had a photo shoot this morning.
Wow.
You'll be seeing that on your lovely screens very soon.
Yes.
So that's why we look so fantastic.
And dapper. It'll probably be out by the time you guys are out, but it just shows that we have a few things planned for this year, and we thought we'd kick it off with an amazing little photo shoot. But before we get started, I just want to say, so Austin obviously isn't here at the moment. He's going to be more like a reoccurring side character throughout this season, just for a little bit, and me and Dan will be at the helm. He's just got a few things to settle at home, and
He's on that B plot right now.
He's on that B plot, mate. He's on that B plot. We're trugging through the hero's journey right now. But he'll be back better than ever. He was there at the photo shoot this morning. Look out for that magnificent Mo and buzz cut. But yeah, we have a lot planned. I'm excited, Dan. It's going to be a season like no other.
Yes, I agree. We've got some exciting things for you guys, so
Yeah.
keep your eyes and your ears peeled.
100%. Like, we have special episodes that we're going to be having this season, like
Yep.
themed episodes. We have
Yep.
some, maybe an Oscar edition episode, maybe a watch long. We're going to be hiring possibly a couple people. And, we have a lot to look forward to. We have some guests.
Yes.
We made some goals and a wish list, a guest wish list this morning. And, we have some big names on there.
That's right. Yeah.
We'll see if we get most of them. But you know what? Fingers crossed. We want to kind of expand this season. The last 2 seasons we've been taking it easy, getting to the gist of things, but also just seeing how it goes. And, this podcast has always been for us,
Yes.
first and foremost, and holding us accountable. And we're all, Austin's got 2 films. You've got your film coming up. And then hopefully I'm shooting mine towards the end of the year. We've all got films, so this podcast is as important as it ever was. But I think now we kind of want to take another route. I wouldn't say a different route, but another route in trying to expand, I guess, and make it more so like, maybe hopefully one day we can collaborate with other brands and stuff to eventually earn some kind of income to put back into the podcast or even back into our films. It's another way that we kind of have to find in this indie filmmaking journey. But what are your thoughts about the year ahead?
Yeah, no, I totally agree. And it's interesting because when I initially came onto the podcast, I talked to you about expanding.
Yeah.
And you didn't seem so interested in the idea back then, but I guess you've come around.
Yeah, well, I have, because I think the first season with me and Austin, we're seeing how that went. And then when you came in, we wanted to see how that goes.
Yeah.
And now we're a fully formed kind of unit. I feel like it's time to expand.
Yeah, it's a good point.
But we have some goals. And there's a lot of goals, but to reach those goals, we need motivation. We've just had this massive break. So, Dan, I ask you, after this break, how are you feeling motivation-wise, with everything going on? You got your film coming up.
Yes.
Are you inspired? What's happening? What's
Yes.
been happening?
So it's 2 weeks away, and honestly, it's been about 3.5 months of pre-production, which I think was actually a little bit long. I honestly don't think you need that much for a 7-minute short film, but it's been good having it spaced out because I've been able to work on my own things in the meantime.
Yeah.
And it's just good because it gives everyone time to get together. If people drop out, you can always find replacements. And everyone's got their own lives. It's a crew of over 20 people coming together to make something. So you've got to give people that time and that flexibility.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, no, overall, everything's been pretty smooth. There's only been a few hiccups here and there that is, you know, inevitable in any project. But overall, like, can't complain too much. And I was saying to you earlier, I think today's actually been the most stressful day out of the whole pre-production process.
Yeah, that happens when reality hits, eh?
Yeah, exactly right. Because you have all these ambitions, and then when it's met with the actual, you know, pragmatic nature of the shoot, like how many shots you want to do, and then how much time you've actually got, how many days you've got. Yeah. Because, you know, you might be like, oh, we want to add an extra day, but then that's an extra, you know, you've got to bring 20 people out for that extra day, and that's people's time. And, you know, in indie filmmaking, they're not always being paid at MEAA rates. And, so, you know, it's a whole dilemma. And you've
it's
really
all volunteer, mostly.
Exactly. So you've got to take it all into account.
It's hard. It's hard sometimes, man.
Yeah. And the last thing you want to do is burn your bridges and, you know, take advantage of people.
Yeah, so. But I also feel like everybody, I mean, nowadays, like, you're paying the heads of departments, but we're all still trying to get into it, man. Like,
of course.
Like, on all these sets coming up until you reach the big leagues, they're going to be filled with volunteers. And,
Absolutely.
like, everybody's trying to get to the place where we are. So, although there's set standards, you're right, like, whether that's, you know, how long you should be on a set and stuff like that, everybody understands if it's a bit different because we're all trying to find alternate routes into the industry. There's no set one. So I don't know, man. I'm excited. You've got a lot ahead of you, and we'll get into it in the progress. But are you feeling more inspired, more motivated than ever, you reckon?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's good. Do you reckon that the holidays were helpful for you to kind of sit back and...
Well, there's a few things that have happened, and I'm getting a little bit of deja vu right now as well, because at this time last year I was also unemployed, and you guys know, if you've been following the podcast, that I recently acquired a job at a warehouse, but I've recently lost that job, so which is, you know, a little bit of a kick in the gut because, you know, now I don't have that steady income that I had. Yeah, but you know, you've just got to roll with the punches and just figure out what you're going to do from here. So, you know, at first it was a little bit frustrating. Yeah. But now I'm sort of picking it up and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to put my full focus on this film.
Yeah. Worry about that after.
Yeah, and then I'll look at getting more work afterwards. So the film is my primary focus right now.
And that's sometimes what you got to do, especially coming up, is priorities and putting your passions first, which for some people is a scary thing to do. And I think you've done it, man. That's the first step, that you've decided to do that. And, you know, that is a true filmmaker. Yeah. So you're ahead of it now. But we have a lot to talk about today. We have a lot of films. How have you been going with the film watching over the break?
Good. I've watched quite a bit, which we can talk about later. But
I've also seen so much. Like, I think in the first week that we took off after the podcast, I had seen like 4 or 5 films in that week.
Yeah, I smashed out a few as well. I have to consult the letterbox to remember everything.
Yeah, man. Do you want to get into it?
Yeah.
Yeah? Sure. Let's do it, brother. Alrighty, good stuff. Oh, wait, actually, you know what, Dan?
Yeah.
I've been good. Thanks for asking.
Sorry. I always forget this part. How are you, Josh? Tell us what's been happening.
I'm good. It's been a good break. But like you, I think, and I found this last year as well, is like you spend too much time away. It messes with your mojo a bit, and like I felt so much momentum coming off Ozma, and I'm like, okay, I got to make this stick, but instead I jetted off to another country and spent a week there, which was good. It was a good getaway, but like, man, I think this is where I need to be at the moment. And, you know, I'm at my happiest, my least anxious when I'm creatively stimulated and doing something. And, you know, I have goals that I'm always striving to reach. And I think as long as I always have goals, then, you know, the motivation, the inspiration will be there and the anxiety will be down, which is where we want it in life, good, right? But yeah, I over the break I got a bunch of script books for Christmas and stuff. Like I've got the Joker, Batman, Normal People, Oppenheimer, Inception, Midsummer. So I've been reading up on a couple of these.
Actually, I ordered the Midsummer one as well, and I just got an email saying it delivered to my house today.
Hey!
So A24 takes its time to deliver.
They do, but they're worth it.
Oh,
it's a cracking little book there. Big book actually, but no, man, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling ready to get back onto it, and you know, we got your set coming up, so there's been a bit of work to do for that. So yeah, I'm excited to AD again, which will be fun, and then
and I'm sure you've made some progress on the horologist as well.
Yes, yeah, made some progress on the horologist. I'll talk about it in my progress. There's been quite a bit. I'm pretty happy with how that's chugging along. Things are a bit in the air at the moment about whenabouts we're going to film it, but I think before we get there, we have to lock off the script.
Yeah.
But I'll talk about that in the progress. But I've been feeling good.
You know what I was thinking though? Like we've got a good slate of films coming up this year.
do.
You know, we've got my film.
We do, yeah.
We've got Indy's film coming up middle of the year.
Okay.
We've got your film. What else?
Or do you mean like on set? Or
Yeah, like things that we're actually going to be shooting this year.
Yeah, right.
And
so Indy's actually shooting their film.
yeah, mid-year.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good
So
stuff.
that's something
Good
to look
stuff.
forward to. I'm
Yeah.
ADing that actually.
Oh, big man. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
And then you got Austin finishing his
Yes.
2 films.
Yeah.
Are you planning a release of your film this year?
Well, ideally, me and Austin do that double release.
Oh, the double premiere.
Yeah, double premiere. Yeah.
The double barrel shotgun.
Yeah.
Double Baron
Double
shotgun. There
Yeah.
you go. Awesome, bro. I'm excited.
Yeah.
It's going to be a fantastic year, guys. And like I said, hopefully we can switch it up a bit this year in the poddy and get some guests you've never seen before and, I wouldn't even say our efforts, but just trying to make this more entertaining for you guys as well as it benefiting us. So hopefully we can do that, and you'll see that within the next couple of weeks, I guess, with the kind of quality we're going for this year. So yeah, I'm glad that we have this podcast still and it's still going, but let's get cracking, my friend. The wrap up of the week, the wrap up of the last couple months.
Yeah.
I have quite a few films that I've seen. So I'm going to go through this list and figure out which ones I actually want to talk about. All right, wrap up. Would you like to go first?
Sure.
Let's do. What have you seen? What do you recommend to these beautiful people listening and watching? Tell us, Dan.
Did I talk about Godzilla -1 yet?
No, but I've seen Godzilla -1 as well.
It's the film everyone's been talking about.
And deservedly got nomination for the Oscars for
Yes,
VFX. Did you see the reaction that they filmed? Like,
No, I didn't see it.
Oh, beautiful. It's good to see these kind of films getting recognition. Like, considering the budget as well, man.
Yeah.
Crazy. What are your thoughts
Well,
about
what
it?
was the budget? Because didn't Lockie said that they said it was lower than 15 million, right?
Oh, wait.
They
Yeah,
didn't-
yeah.
Do you know what it actually was, or did they confirm it?
I can search it up, but what are your thoughts on it?
Oh yeah, they did amazing with that budget. I think like the scenes where Godzilla's in the ocean look a lot better than anything else, and also in the city. But the very start, the CGI didn't look amazing to me. But like,
Okay.
considering what they had to work with, like totally acceptable.
Yep.
And obviously it had a
10
great.
mil.
Okay,
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah, 10 to 15. That's what they said.
Yeah. Obviously it was like a great story with the humans tying it all together.
Yep.
Which is what you want. Like, everyone goes to a Godzilla movie to see Godzilla wreak havoc, but you want some humanity like tying it all together. But I don't know. I wasn't super thrilled on the ending. Can I spoil?
We'll leave the spoilers to the end, but
Okay,
can
yeah.
you say it without spoiling?
Okay, well, let's just say there are certain characters that are presumed dead that are shown to not be dead at the end of the film, and I
Okay.
just thought it seemed a little bit.
Yeah.
I hate when they do this in films. This is one of the reasons why
They
I hate.
leave it open to a sequel? Is that what you're
This
gonna
is
say?
one of the reasons why I hate the Star Wars sequels, because
Okay.
every time you have this emotional sacrifice scene, they just get rid of that
I think
impact
that was
completely by
pretty cool,
saving
though.
the characters. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
I know what you're talking about. I thought that was
Yeah.
pretty cool, though. I like that. I don't
Yeah,
know.
but that person should not have survived and then survived at the end. You know what I mean? Like, they showed something that was very clearly a death and then suddenly alive in the hospital. And it's like,
Yeah.
really?
Okay. All right. Yeah, fair.
I don't know. That just kind of annoys me. It takes away from the impact of the death. And like, I feel like because that happened halfway through the film, you've already come to terms with that death.
Sure.
And then just showing them alive again, it's like, oh, well, you've just gotten rid of that whole process of acceptance that I've been through as an audience member. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and kind of, yeah, okay.
It just really diminishes the value of that.
And the, yeah,
Emotionally, I
yeah.
think.
No,
That's just my opinion.
Completely understand.
Yeah, but what did you think of the design of Godzilla?
I loved it.
Yeah? It's a bit of a strange design, a little different.
It looks a bit
than what
goofy.
we've seen. Yeah.
Not going to lie, but I think it's like fantastic CGI.
Yeah, I like some aspects of it, like the eyes. You know how it's like
Yeah.
those crazy
I thought it was
eyes?
funny with its little
Yeah.
T-Rex arms running around.
Yeah.
But I loved it. I thought Godzilla was I thought I don't know. I thought the character was amazing, and
Yeah.
I feel like the humans were the best part of that
Very
movie.
classic feeling as well.
Yeah.
Like, you know, when he's in the city and you hear the music and the shots and stuff, it feels like a classic monster movie,
does,
which I
and
really liked.
It just makes me upset. That movie itself kind of like, it just makes me angry almost at Hollywood, how they Hollywoodify these Godzilla movies and just make them a total bunch of nothing. God, there I go again. But like they do, it's just like nothing. Like it's just monsters, and I know that's what people go and see, just monsters fighting each other and whatnot. But you want to have some heart. You want to be emotionally invested into a movie. I know some people don't go for that reason, but that's the reason I go, to be emotionally invested, connect with the film, the characters, and stuff like that.
Yeah,
and
agreed.
you know, it's a foreign language, and I'm connecting more with it than an English made movie. And I don't know, man. I thoroughly loved it. I gave it a 5 out of 5. I was tearing at the end. Like, it was a beautiful story, beautiful character, beautiful acting. And I feel like having Godzilla as the side character is what it always should have been.
Yeah, I was actually surprised at how quickly he shows up in the film. I thought, because normally they build up to it.
Yeah.
Which I actually really liked that about the first Godzilla, newer one. What was it, like 2016?
Yeah, like, it's the old saying of in a horror movie, like the less you show your monster, like the
it's
better.
more suspenseful, and it's just more epic when you finally see it.
100% agree, 100% agree.
But no, I didn't hate it in this, because it's like, it's Godzilla. Like, we all know what it is. We all know what to expect from it. So I don't mind that they went straight into it.
Yeah. And they're re-releasing it in black and white as well.
I heard about that.
Yeah. But
Cool
you saw it in IMAX, didn't you?
I did, but it's not really an IMAX film, so it was just...
Okay.
I mean, I'll take any chance I can get to go to the IMAX.
I've been there a couple times since then.
Oh, really? Have you seen anything that's actually in IMAX?
No, not yet.
Okay.
But I saw
we
today...
got to see Dune in...
I was just about to say Dune. I saw a thing today. The whole movie will be in increased ratio. So it's confirmed that the whole movie will be taking up the whole...
Yeah, see.
Like, the whole screen. But,
Because I remember Austin... He hadn't seen, and you know how he doesn't watch trailers, so he hadn't seen the Dune 2 trailer, and then we went to the IMAX and it played like in the full aspect ratio.
Oh, really?
And it was so epic.
The
and
whole
at the
time?
end, he was just like, "Holy shit!"
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, like
I'm
it's
so excited for
epic,
that.
and the sound design and everything just
nuts. Fantastic. Well, yeah, Godzilla I gave 5 out of 5.
I gave 4 out of 5.
That's a pretty good rating for you.
Yeah.
Go see it, guys. Like, especially if you're not that much into international films, like, it's a good one to start with, I guess. Like, it's a pretty easy film to follow. Fantastic. Go see it. What else have you seen?
Cool. So there's a few movies here, so I'll sort of just smash through them.
Go through it, mate.
I watched the original Alien, which I hadn't seen yet.
James Cameron. Right?
Yeah. Wait, no, he did Aliens. The first one is someone else, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, never mind.
Oh, it's Ridley Scott, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, Ridley Scott. Never mind.
Let me just check here. Yeah, it's Ridley Scott.
Cool.
No, but it was good. The effects hold up really well for the time. It's a good inspiration for my film as well, because there's creatures coming out of people and that kind of stuff, which...
There he is. Whoa, it's jaded.
Yeah, no, I just really enjoyed it. It's just a classic that I had to get around to.
Yeah.
So gave that one 4 out of 5 stars. Jay's just peeping at us from behind the wall.
He's just walking off screen. Yeah, go to it.
Another classic I watched after that was the Grand Budapest Hotel.
Ah, yes, I liked your review on it. I saw.
What was my review?
I don't know.
Oh, I just opened it. I like my Letterboxd reviews. I just give really quick reviews. My review for the Grand Budapest Hotel was the Grand Cameo Hotel.
Yeah,
there's just so many random cameos in it.
Yeah.
No, like the thing about Wes Anderson is, like, love him or hate him, but like the man is talented. Like he really just has such a distinct visual style, and you just... At first, when you start watching his films, because they're so different from any other film, it's a little bit jarring.
Yeah, it is.
But once you get sucked into that world, you're just so... You're
mesmerized.
Yeah.
Grand Budapest Hotel is my favorite one that he's done.
Oh, really?
I usually don't like his films, but that one's alright.
Yeah, it's really funny as well.
Yeah.
And like heartfelt and just... Yeah, no, I really enjoyed it.
Cool.
So I gave that one 4 stars.
Nice.
Oh, next movie that I really, really loved. It's called The Fly.
Okay.
It's by David Cronenberg, I believe. Yes.
Yeah.
1986.
Okay.
So it's a little bit older now, but it's just an absolute classic. It's a horror film. Again, really good inspiration for my film, but it's about this guy played by Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah, cool.
And he's like this scientist that is inventing this teleportation device, and this journalist, like he meets a journalist and she wants to see like if it actually works.
Yep.
And then what happens is he finally gets it to work, but then when he goes in it to use it, a fly goes into the machine, and so his DNA fuses with the fly's DNA.
Oh my god!
And it starts like morph him into like this monster thing. But what really struck me about this film is it's a horror film. Like, I guess it's labeled as a horror film.
Yeah.
But there's so much heart to it. Like, there's genuinely emotional moments. Yeah. There are scary moments. There are funny moments. Like, it's just it's a beautiful story. Just it's the best of everything.
What year was it made?
1986.
Wow. Does it hold up?
Yeah, oh, big time. Yeah, like there's a lot of practical effects that just look amazing now.
Cool.
And yeah, I gave that one 4.5 stars.
Wow.
Yeah, which is high for me, as you know.
Do you find that you found yourself watching films that will inspire you for the type of
absolutely.
film that you're making?
Yeah,
and you
like
purposely choose those ones to watch?
Yeah, because I want inspiration for my film, and I think it's good to consume the kind of content that you want to make, especially when you're in like pre-production and you want your head to be in that space.
Yep.
Because I don't know about you, but like, do you ever like pretend you're making like an action movie or something? Like, oh, say a drama, right? Just like a heavy drama. But then you think of like moments that might make the story better, and you're like, oh, like this beat might be cool, but it's more of a comedy beat. It's more of a beat for a comedy film or something.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, this would be great, but it doesn't really match what I'm trying to make
Like
here.
the tone.
And I think it's really important to just stay in that, like remind yourself of what you're trying to make. And that's why I often listen to music that's within the genre as well when I'm like working on a script or like just looking over like pre-production documents, whatever it is. So, yeah.
Cool. Love it.
So that's The Fly. What else?
Fly.
Oh, another David Cronenberg film I watched after is called Crimes of the Future.
Okay.
That one wasn't as good. It's more of it's a sci-fi film about this guy who's like it's hard to explain. Basically, he's like an artist, like him and this other woman are performance artists, and they live in a world where they grow, like organs grow that aren't essential for humans. So you'll grow like extra organs, like an extra stomach or something you don't need. And then what they do is they create art with these organs. Like they'll open up someone's body and then like, or like draw tattoos on it and like from the inside and then open up the body and you see like,
interesting.
Yeah, it's just like a weird sci-fi. Like I really like the world that they built because it's different from your typical movie.
Sounds different.
It's very different, but I don't know. It fell a little bit flat for me as well.
Okay.
So I gave that one 3.5 stars.
That's flat to you?
Yeah.
That's all right.
Next movie, another one I really
movie.
liked, Triangle of Sadness.
Oh, bro,
heard
I've
of this
been
one?
meaning to watch that for ages.
It's so good.
Yeah?
So it's about these influencers who go on who win a trip on this luxury yacht.
No spoilers, please.
No, I won't. But the whole thing is sort of just like a metaphor for capitalism and what people will do in order to survive, really. And it's one of those movies where like each act is sort of its own chapter and it's quite different from the last. Like, have you seen The Place Beyond the Pines?
No.
Oh, okay. So like each act of that film has like a different protagonist, but they're all connected.
Okay.
And I really love those kinds of films because it's sort of different, but it's like it shows you like a larger story.
That's what
And this is sort of similar to that, like same characters, but different like sections of what happens to them.
Yeah, sure.
And I really love that sort of storytelling.
Nice. Cool.
Yeah. What were you going to say?
I was going to say, I'm kind of trying to do that in The Horologist with each scene being a different vibe. So each scene we're going to have, it's going to be different colors, different camera movements, like depending on what stage of, I can't say that. Okay, never mind. But each scene, I'll tell you off the pod.
Okay.
But each scene, being a different tone entirely, and with that tone comes the way the camera behaves is it differently in each scene. Whereas in one, depending on what's happening, which you can bleep this. For example, anger, the whole scene will be handheld, whereas in depression, most of it will be static or slow zooms and stuff.
Like
so
that.
I'm going to be changing up. The colors will be drastically different as well.
I kind of had an idea a little while back that's sort of like that. There's 3 sort of main characters in the film, and each one sort of lives within a different genre, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that's cool.
And it's like,
Well,
see their separate lives, and it feels different. Yeah,
and almost in these differing scenes, there is a bit of genre changing as well. Like in one scene, there's a little bit of horror. In one scene, there's a bit of comedy, and it's just like it chops and changes.
I often think about the fact that life itself doesn't really have a genre.
No.
Like, scary things can happen, funny things can happen.
And sometimes you find funny things out of scary things.
Yeah, true. There's actually not that much of a difference between funny and scary, which is quite interesting.
Just like how there's a very similar level between love and hate as well, right?
Yeah.
And like playing around with that in my movie has been crazy as well. And I found naturally when it's come to me that when I'm writing these like scenes, there are parts that comedy just comes to it because it like I don't know, like with anger comes comedy and like I don't know. That's what I found really interesting. Sorry to make it about me for a sec, but I'm interested to see. Was it called Triangle of Sadness?
Yeah, no,
Nice.
I gave that 4.5.
Amazing.
So very good.
Oh my gosh! All right,
Couple
2
good ones.
4.5s from you.
Yeah.
Cracker.
Next film is Airplane, which is like one of the early parody movies. It's from 1980, and the whole thing is just a film about different people in an airplane.
Nice.
And like it's just satire. It just makes fun of that kind of situation and what you see in films. Like it makes fun of things.
1980, you said.
Yeah.
Why did you watch that? Why did you choose to?
I was up in Stockton, which is near Newcastle.
Sand dunes, yeah.
With my brother, my cousin, and like auntie and uncle.
Nice. Yep.
And we just wanted to put on a movie, something like light, so we chucked on Airplane.
Nice.
Yeah. No, so it's fun. It was funny. It held up. So 3.5 stars.
Nice. Okay. Cool.
I watched another movie that I know you like this one, Where the Crawdads Sing.
That's a cracker movie.
Yeah, it was good. I don't know, like there was something about it that felt a little bit generic to me though. Like
Really?
I like the ending, how it all comes together, but I don't know, the directing of it just felt a little bit generic.
Really? I thought the complete opposite.
It just feels. It's not a Netflix original, but it kind of feels that way.
Really?
Yeah.
I loved the vibe. And I loved the tone of that movie. I don't know. There's something about it that it sticks out to me compared to different ones.
Yeah.
And I love Daisy Edgar Jones as well. She's fantastic.
Yeah, she's great. I liked her in what's that movie with Sebastian Stan where she gets kidnapped? Fresh.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was good in that too.
You're going to love her in Normal People.
Yeah, I got to watch that.
Fantastic. One of the best shows I've ever seen.
Yeah.
But yeah, cool. Where the Crawdads
Couple
Sing.
more movies
Cracker.
here.
Yep.
The Book Thief.
Yep.
Gave that one 3.5 stars. It's just just a World War II movie about a girl who likes to collect books. And obviously back during World War II, they were like burning books and all that kind of stuff. So she wants to...
Well, not nice, but yeah.
Yeah. So it's just all about that conflict and stuff. So again, it's actually my mum's favourite movie, or one of her favourite movies, because she likes war films.
Nice.
But
I hate war films. My dad loves war films though.
They're not my favourite, but like I'll watch them.
Yeah, okay.
Obviously, there are some real classics like Schindler's List and
Saving
stuff.
Private Ryan.
Yeah, fantastic. Yeah. But yeah, so it was alright. I gave it 3.5 stars.
Nice.
Another one I really liked was X.
Okay.
Have you seen X?
Nah, I have not. I've been.
So that's
another one on the list.
I feel like people give a bit of hate to X.
Okay.
But I really liked it. I thought like stylistically it was beautiful, very suspenseful. Like the first hour or so, not much happens in terms of horror, but I like that build up. I know some other people were saying that they didn't.
You like a slow build up.
Yeah.
Nice.
I like when a film almost doesn't, and this is something I liked about The Fly as well. The first hour just almost feels like a normal like drama movie.
Okay.
And then
they switch.
It catches you off guard when you see those little horror elements start to creep in, because you're like, oh, I wasn't expecting that. So I really liked that about it. But yeah, the cinematography was gorgeous. The acting was great. Mia Goth was awesome in it. And I've got to watch the prequel as well.
Okay.
Pearl. So that's on my list
Pearl?
next. Yeah.
Is that a prequel?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. I see.
Yeah. And also Mia Goth plays 2 characters in it who look completely different. So,
Right.
Which is really cool. So I gave that one 4 stars. And then the most recent film that I've watched is The Iron Claw.
I've seen that as well.
Mr. Efron.
Yeah.
My review for that is Efron's on the gear for sure.
My review was
he's absolutely jacked.
My review was depressing but good, and then I found a review that has encapsulated it perfectly, and my favorite review that I've seen about it. The feel bad movie of the year.
Yeah.
Which it is.
Yeah.
I was not expecting. I'm a massive wrestling fan, like pro wrestling fan.
Oh, right.
So I was excited for this for many reasons. Zac Efron's one of my favorite actors.
Yeah.
So I was really looking forward to this, and it was good. Like it was good in parts, and it was cool seeing like names like Ric Flair show up and stuff like that. Like that was really cool, and seeing some actual pro wrestlers cameo in the background. That was cool.
I don't know anything about wrestling, so I didn't know like what was fiction.
Right.
So they're all real wrestlers.
Yeah, they're all real
That's
wrestlers.
Cool.
So I mean, it was based on a true story. About the wrestling family of the Von Erich brothers. And which was a tragedy, really.
Yeah.
Which I wasn't expecting, but
it says inspired by real events, so they've changed a bit.
I don't know. I'm not too sure about the actual story of it, like the overall story, but I mean, it hit all the beats that I did know. So
yeah. What did you think of Efron's performance?
I thought it was good. I didn't think it was Oscar worthy.
Yeah, I thought it was good, but it wasn't standout.
Yeah,
for me.
people are saying he got snubbed and stuff.
You know what's an underrated
dunno.
performance? Him in 17 again.
Ooh,
So good.
cracker.
Yeah, when he does that speech at the end, where he's like
Mate.
talking to the wife.
Yeah.
Oh, my heart.
Hits the heartstrings, mate. Nah,
Yeah.
that was good. I gave that 3.5. I think you did the same.
Yeah. Okay. So we actually agree on that.
Yeah, we
rating.
did.
Yeah.
All right,
nice.
cool.
Very good. So that's it for me.
That's it for you.
Yeah.
All right, I'll speed through mine. So
Sure.
Godzilla, which was cool. Wonka.
Oh yeah. How
So
was it?
Wonka and IMAX. Not a movie for IMAX again, but you know, IMAX Sydney have a great chicken burger, so I'll go there any
Yeah.
day of the week. Amazing. I thought it was fantastic. I went in with zero expectations.
Yeah.
Thought the trailer looked terrible. Didn't think Timothy Chalamet was actually going to be good. I thought he was just a bad choice for Wonka.
Yeah.
Absolutely proven wrong.
Okay. Does he seem like himself though, or is he transformative?
No. It does not seem like himself at
Okay.
all. He's very
That's
like
cool.
animated and stuff. It's like
Yeah.
him like theater him.
Yeah.
But I don't know. People might disagree. People might not like it as much as me. I saw it for my birthday and I couldn't be
Nice.
happier. I walked away. Didn't walk away crying, but definitely got me crying. In
Yeah.
the ending scene, and you know, with the whole movie, you know, there's some nostalgic hits that you want, you know, Wonka to hit, and
Yeah.
there was one that I was like, I hope they do this, and they hit it, and they
Oh,
saved
really?
it to the very end.
Oh.
And that when I heard that, I was just like, incredible. I get goosebumps thinking about it. I don't know.
Nice.
For me, it's just a me kind of movie. You
Yeah.
got a little bit of musical in it, but then you also got some amazing cinematography and performances and a heartfelt, emotional core. So that's again my kind of movie.
Mm-hmm.
I thoroughly loved it. 5 out of 5 for me.
Nice.
I saw Snake Eyes.
Oh, yeah.
Joe just had to watch that at work. 2.75 out of
No
5.
good?
No. Another one that wasn't too good. I saw Aquaman and the Lost
Oh, yeah.
Kingdom. It was pretty bad, but you know, had some redeeming qualities. Patrick Wilson was great. He
the
carried-
DC universe going out with a
yeah,
whimper.
look, man. Patrick Wilson carried the movie. What did
Yeah.
I say? I said, and as the Lost Kingdom, that was the DCEU finally
Yeah.
falls. So thank God that's over. And yeah, 3 out of 5. The end scene was kind of weird, but like funny. I guess Aquaman did a big spoiler alert. If you haven't seen it, he did a big I am Iron Man moment.
Oh,
I am Aquaman. Whatever.
bruh.
Yeah. Then I saw this one. I wish you had seen it so we could talk about it more. It's I think second most nominated at the Oscars this year. Poor Things.
Oh
with
yeah,
Emma
still haven't watched it
Stone.
yet. I will.
So here's what I got to say. Saltburn was weird for no reason. I felt like the director just relied on shock factor to get some of the I don't know. I gotta be careful what I say now.
Sorry.
No, I don't know. I felt like it was a whole lot of shock factor for no reason, and like when directors rely on that to carry their film, it doesn't really sit right with me. I don't know. I'm sure she has her reasons why, and I have heard some. I just don't agree with them. Poor Things was shock factor, but with intent. That's how I felt like it was. I thought it was needed. It was part of the story and worked well. It didn't seem too out of the realm of what was happening. And Emma Stone's performance is fantastic. Cinematography, whack, but amazing.
Yeah.
Crazy whack cinematography, very art house.
Did you find it almost, because I heard someone say that it was a little too overstimulating?
Yes.
Do you agree with that?
Yeah, 100%.
I felt that way almost with Across the Spider-Verse. Like,
yes.
it was great, but at times I was like, whoa, like, I had to close my eyes.
Yeah,
for a
well,
second.
this is just a visual feast, man,
Yeah.
and it's crazy. It's like, you're watching an art house film.
Yeah.
Emma Stone was fantastic. Like I said, Mark Ruffalo is fantastic. He really deserves the supporting Oscar nom that he got, even though we'll go to RDJ. But yeah, fantastic cast. It was it was a weird story, but it worked.
Yeah.
I gave it 3.5. It
Nice.
was weird, but it worked. Unlike Saltburn, which I don't know. So anyone but you, Glenn Powell, Sydney Sweeney, and that.
What's not to like?
Unfortunately, I didn't like it. I don't know, man. There was more chemistry on the press tour than there was in the actual movie. Something's going on. We won't get into that between them two. Gosh.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Have you not heard everything?
No, are they dating now?
No. Well, basically, she has a fiance. Or she's married or whatever, I don't know. And he had a fiance. No, he had a hot wife. And these two were on the movie together and just really close. And just like, you should see them more. The interviews, man. They're fucking in love. And then, so, like, weirdly, after the movie wrap filming. He broke up with his wife, and like she was going on family holidays with him, vice versa. And they're just very close, like a bit too close for couples. And I just feel like their natural chemistry was better than their acting chemistry.
That's strange, isn't it?
Which was whack. Yeah, I don't know. And it wasn't a movie where I was barracking for the people to end up together because they just seemed too far apart. I thought it was weak, the story. I mean, it's a rom-com, but like the whole movie is based off this one little incident that is so petty to continue as a main incident for the whole movie.
Yeah.
It is like, it's by Will Gluck, who directed my favorite rom-com of all time, Friends with Benefits. So I was quite disappointed, man. And like, it's literally it's funny because in Friends with Benefits, he was making fun of all the rom-coms that have that are formulaic.
Yeah.
You know, where they say, oh, there's a big cheesy song at the end that brings it all together. Everything he made fun of in Friends with Benefits is in this film.
Right. Maybe he sold
it's
it.
like, I don't know, man. I wasn't too happy. I was looking forward to that as well, man, because I like my rom-coms. Love my cheesy rom-coms, but that just wasn't too good. The Beekeeper.
Yes.
Wow. I saw this in IMAX as well. Wasn't an IMAX movie, but I'm not really a massive action fan. I don't find myself choosing to watch an action movie over something else, but I'm glad I saw it because I had zero expectations, and honestly, it blew me away. You guys might not think the same, but honestly, I had a load of fun. I rated it pretty high. I rated it 4.75. To me, it was one of the best action films that I've seen. Statham is amazing. It's just funny. It's gruesome. I honestly, like, I'm halfway through the movie. I'm like, I don't want this to end. I could watch this for hours and hours and hours, and I need more.
That's always such a good feeling when you watch a movie.
I've actually never had a feeling where I'm like, I need a sequel. And I had that like before the movie was even done.
Wow.
I was having so much fun. I don't know. Maybe you guys probably won't rate it as high as me, but personally, I had a lot of fun. It hit all the notes that I wanted it to hit, and I wasn't expecting much, and it was, I don't know, it was fucking awesome. It was a good time. So 4.75. Saw the Iron Claw, like you said.
Yep.
Godzilla -1. Last night I saw Ferrari.
Yes.
With Adam Driver, and it wasn't the best.
What was bad about it?
It falls into the thing of what I was talking about before, the category of these old directors and just not aging well with the times and how they make films. It's quite boring.
Yeah.
And it's a biopic. And remember what I said about biopics, there's only so much that you can do to make someone's life more interesting than it is. And I just don't think this guy's life was that interesting. Like, I mean, he's the creator of Ferrari. I understand that. And yeah, crazy. But like, I would have much rather see how he came up with the idea of Ferrari instead of him towards the end of his career. I don't know.
Right.
It just, to me, didn't hit well. Like, there were some funny scenes, though, which were the most gruesome scenes that just come out of nowhere. And it's like, yeah, okay. I wasn't that interested, gotta say. But 2 out of 5.
Was Adam Driver good in it?
It was all right. I mean, not really much. You don't really need much range for that kind of movie, but he had some good moments. Definitely not one of his best, but I don't think that's his fault. So, I thought Penelope Cruz was in it. She was good. Shanae Woodley went out of her accent a couple of times, which just, okay.
Yep.
But hey, they're all great actress and actors. What do I know? I'm just an upcoming director. But anyways, that was my wrap up, my friend.
Great.
God. All right, let's get into the progress. Dan, would you like me to go first or you?
Sure, you go first.
All right, cool. So, the progress, what's been happening over these last couple months? Well, I'll tell you, I took some time away, but before that, had another session with Taha. So before the break, we sent a couple people the script for the Horologist, the draft one, to kind of tear it apart and be as hard as you can on it, which you did, so thank you. And, that benefited me, heaps. And from that, we've been able to tear the script apart and not go back to step one, but like use a lot of it and build on it to what we want to do. And we got some great feedback to how, we want to express. And I think what I've realized though with this film, it's going to be extremely hard to communicate.
Right.
It's a very, how do I explain it? It's a very hard film to explain to people and get on board, because the effect of it comes in the way that we tell it and the way that we reveal certain things after a time. But when explaining it to people, you almost have to explain it to them the chronological way, which takes away from how we're doing it.
I get you.
Because it's told backwards, right? And all over the place, and it's hard. I'm finding it hard to explain to people, but I think I'm going to find this easier once I've locked off the script and gave them the script, the Bible at the same time, because in there I'll truly be able to explain how.
I'm kind of having that issue with my film. When I pitch it to someone, the idea itself sounds a bit cliche. The genius of it comes through in the ending and the execution of it,
right?
Which you can't always get across when you explain things.
Yeah, and I feel like this is going to sound self-indulgent, but I feel like almost Nolan trying to explain Tenet.
But the thing is, like most films, when you look at the log line for it, they're just simple. It's the execution. So
and
every filmmaker.
My film is quite simple. It's a story about grief. That's what it is. Yep. And, you know, grief through generations, love through generations, and how time affects all of that. So I've been really nailing down on, you know, writing for those themes. And me and Taha had another session, and I told you this earlier on, had another session beforehand. And one of the biggest notes we got for the drafts was, it was a bit of a, like, there wasn't really much for the audience to hold on to and keep them entertained throughout, and with it, and it was hard because we can't really say what's going on, because then it will give away the end. But then it's like, how do we do?
I think the way to do that is to lead them on one path. Think that one thing's happening, but it's actually something else.
Yeah, and that's what we've tried to nail down, how we're going to keep the audience on board throughout it.
It's a very difficult thing to do.
It's so hard, right?
Especially when it's non-linear.
Yeah, right? And it's like crazy, but I think we've done it. And I think the way that we're going to keep the audience involved is what I was explaining earlier, also by almost making each kind of scene its own thing. You're feeding off a different stage of bleep. You know what I'm going to say? You're feeding off a different stage of I'm sorry, bleep that again. But also like you're getting the struggles of what a certain situation will cause this couple through that stage of grief, whilst also there's one continuing storyline that you're holding on throughout the whole film, is what secrets are they holding? And we were able to bring that out through a monologue, which is what you, like a voiceover, which is what you recommended, and it's worked perfect for us because we're able to set the scene and the themes through this opening.
Well, I was just going to say, because the reason I know why certain things don't work is because I tried a non-linear story myself, and it fell flat, at least for me. So I literally had to restructure it in the edit, so it was no longer non-linear. But then, of course, it's not appealing because it feels generic. But I realized that, like, when you're playing with non-linear, you need to use certain techniques in order to get your story across. Like, for me, I was like, oh, I don't want to use voiceover because I felt like it's a cliche, or like flashbacks, you know, whatever. But then I realized that, like, when watching Memento, there's a reason why they use voiceovers, why they use certain techniques. And it's because it's such a complicated story that you need those techniques to make it work. Right.
And where I feel like how we use the voiceover is not necessarily like that.
I know how you use it. It's good.
To set the themes in which we were struggling to communicate a bit, which I've also edited in the final writing of it, is making the scenes their own individual things with differing aspects that
I think if I remember correctly, the way you use your voiceover as well is like, I want to say something.
In the first draft, there was no voiceover.
Oh, okay. I thought there was a voiceover from a certain character.
No.
Right, okay.
There was no voiceover.
Okay, my bad.
So now we've added in a voiceover from a certain character.
Right, okay.
Which that voiceover is ambiguous at the start.
Well, that's what makes it interesting. And different to your normal voiceover.
Yeah, exactly. So. And like we set the scene, and we always got this was another. It's funny how when you start writing and stuff, little lessons from film school come back to you. And I remember in screenwriting, one of the things is it was just another tip that I got given in screenwriting was you want to be able to ask a question to the audience in a way it was a tip to like draw the audience in by asking them a question within the first scene or within a certain, I don't know what it was, but we were able through this monologue to not only state the themes of what's going, like what this story is about, but also we asked the audience a question that kind of they hold on to that connects each scene whilst them also being their own. It's really hard to explain without talking about the actual thing. Anyways, bottom line is I'm happy how the rewrites are going. Me and Taha, we originally had this idea of creating this children's story that will be voiceover throughout the film. We spent 7 hours on creating a whole children's story, and we made a children's story. Then we got to the end after 7 hours and going, this isn't going to work because it's just going to diminish the value of this deep kind of story that we're telling, going to make it a bit childish when the story's anything but. So yeah, we change it, but that's just how, these things go. Sometimes you put all this time and then you get to it and you're like, maybe not. But that also led us to the route that we're on now. So I've been doing a little bit each day when I can, rewriting the scenes, and I feel like I've come up with some amazing dialogue that I'm very, very happy with, and I'm pretty proud of myself for writing as well, which is cool because dialogue is very hard to write, especially when you're first starting out. But I truly think that it comes easier to you when you know or you have some kind of connection to the topic that you're talking about.
Yes.
And for me, it's, time, and I've always been fascinated by time. This story that I'm telling, the first time I wrote about it was my HSC creative writing. It was called The Horologist. Of course, the story.
Really?
Yeah, the story's drastically changed, but it was always a story about time and a watch, and that's what it was back then. Again, it's drastically changed now. It was what I was going to do before Ozma. I worked with Jay conceptualizing the idea of it.
Wow.
And then that's also changed to what it is now. But it always was from that little nugget that I had.
Yep.
And I've always wanted to tell from my HSC. And English was the only band 6 that I got in the HSC, so I think it went decently. Nice. I've carried that along, and yeah, I'm very happy how it's happened. I'm reading these script books, like I said, and they give me some good ideas. And the thing that I've noticed is that these writers, these cracking Academy Award-winning writers, we write just as good as them. Like, format-wise, I mean, the story itself, like, is amazing, like compared to how we tell stories now, but we'll get there. But
as I was saying to Josh off the podcast, it's their ability to execute that script in a way that's, what you see the final product is often even better than what you see on the page.
Exactly, mate. And like the professionals around them and stuff. But the way that they write, honestly, anybody can do it. Anybody can do it. The way I feel like I describe things in a lot of depth when sometimes necessarily you don't need to do that. That's one thing that I've noticed when reading these script books is like we try and sound fancy in the way that we're, writing, and we've always been told show not tell. But then you get to like Todd Phillips in Joker, and he's like talking like Joker smiles, like. But whereas we would go, Joker's fucking lips.
But the thing is, you got to understand that scripts are also about efficiency.
Yes,
it's about conveying the information you need to in the shortest period of time.
And that's what I'm struggling with. So the first draft was like 31 pages, and I've already added an extra 2 on there. So after I finish what I want to do, I'm going to try and I've got to somehow cut it down. I want to at least get it to 28 pages. I think that will be sufficient. And we'll see. But then I've had thoughts, what if I turn it into a feature? And I'm like, don't have the money for that. So yeah, that's where I'm at. That's my progress at the moment. We're in rewrites, and I should be done within, I guess, the week with draft 2, and then I'll send it off to you guys again, and hopefully I'm closer to where I want to be, and then it's all about cutting down and nailing it down and getting people on board and starting the Bible and sharing the vision. And I'm excited. I'm excited about it. So I'm very confident, and it's much more scary writing this time around and just way more daunting when it's an original, because I spent so much time on Ozma, which wasn't really mine. I made it mine, but still, like, you had that thing to fall back on, which was the book. And this time it's scary because it's such a personal story and something that you've been working on for so long, and it's like out of your brain. So when people say they don't like it, it hurts a bit more.
Yeah, I get you.
But Yeah, no, man. I'm excited. And then on the side, I've been doing your stuff as well, like preparing AD-wise, your schedules, your one-liners. Look, man, honestly, I'm a bit nervous. It's been a while since I've been ADing, but I'm sure, you know, as it always is, I get on set and we're fine. But I'm looking forward to it. We've got a cracker crew.
Oh, very good crew. Everyone's lovely.
I want to hear more about it. That's it for me. What's been happening with you pre-production wise?
So last time I spoke about the film, we were probably 2 months out from shooting, and now we're 2 weeks. So we're a lot closer now.
Yeah.
It's it creeps up on you. But as I said, we've given ourselves adequate time to prepare, which I'm really grateful for. Everything has been relatively smooth up until this point. Just a few hurdles along the way, as there always is.
Like what?
Well, like, for example, one of the things I mulled over for quite some time was casting.
Mm-hmm.
I got a lot of amazing people auditioning and sending in tapes and things like that. And it's funny because at the start you get an influx of, you know, emails and expressions of interest and things, but then people drop off quickly, you know, either they're not available, some people will apply for things and they don't really have an intention of actually carrying it through.
What is about that? Where they apply and then you tell them and they're like, sorry, I'm not interested in this project. I've had that happen to me. I'm like, what? You applied, mate? Like,
I think some people just have the mentality of like, I'll apply for as much as I can and then whatever interests me, I'll take it on.
Okay, yeah.
Which is like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Neither here nor there. But yeah, casting. So I eventually nailed it down and I had a few options. I initially had more options for Lainey than I did for Derek. Mm-hmm. But what I realized was that it's not just about finding actors who on their own individually are great, but actors that have certain chemistry with each other and convincingly can play that relationship out that you've got in the script. And also doing justice to the story. Like, I'm happy to change the story a little bit if I've got some great actors, especially when you're when you don't have a huge budget and you sort of need to work with what you've got. So you might find a great actor, but they don't suit the story. So you've got to mold the story around.
That's what I for Osmar as well.
Yeah, but unfortunately here, like, you know, my friend Noah, she sent in a tape and it was amazing, but I couldn't cast her because she was just a little bit too young for the role. And, you know, the story revolves around a woman who's trying to have a baby and she's struggling to conceive. And
just wouldn't work.
Yeah, it's just so integral to the plot and the themes that you can't really change her age. I mean, I sort of tossed around the idea of like maybe they're a religious couple and like they want to have a kid, you know, younger and stuff. But then that really changes a lot about the story. Yeah. There's little tweaks that sometimes you'll change one tiny thing and it really changes the whole outcome or the meaning of the story. So I ended up finding 2 actors who had really good chemistry with each other.
Did ya?
Yes. And so it was funny because I'll admit I didn't...
Have a drink, mate. I know you're thirsty.
I'll have a sip of water. I'm quite parched.
I'll say what Dan was going to say. I'm amazing. This set is going to go amazing and you are all going to love my film.
Yes, so getting back to it.
There you go.
The 2 actors I cast, I'll admit they weren't my initial first choices, but they both sent me tapes and I edited the tapes together and I had to laugh when I watched it because of just how well the tapes meshed together. It literally felt like they were in the same room bouncing off each other. Yeah. And I was like, this chemistry is so good. And then I sort of like started, because the thing is you'll have a certain image in your mind of how you think the story is going to go and how you picture the characters and stuff. But then I started to think of these actors as the characters and wrap my head around it. And the more I watched the tape, the more I liked it. And I was like, no, this is different than what I initially thought, but it's actually better.
Nice.
So I was like, yes, I want to cast these guys. And Josh, do you want to tell us who I casted?
No, fuck it. You tell, bro.
All right. So I've casted Jared Keane and Emily McKendry, who are both
I've heard those
Osmar.
names. Yeah, they're from Osmar, right?
So Jared was the lead in Osmar and Emily was one of the supporting actors.
Fantastic actors. I couldn't think of anybody better to do the roles. So.
Yeah, they're such thoughtful people. Like we've had a few meetings where we just talk about the characters and they've really thought in depth about who these characters are and they're just genuinely so excited to play them and are giving so much to it. And of course, as mentioned, they have great chemistry with each other. They're very believable in their roles.
They've worked together on a bunch of things as well. Since I found today that they worked on an Amazing Race
Yeah.
thing for some work thing that I don't know about. So
Yeah.
there you go.
Yeah, and like, you know, when you have intimate scenes in the script and things like that, it just
You have to have people that are comfortable.
yeah, it gives you that comfort
That
knowing
helps.
that you have two people who at least know each other and
Yes.
feel more
Yeah,
comfortable with each other.
1000%, mate.
And of course, you have like intimacy coordinators and stuff. That's
Yes.
another thing that's interesting because I'm working with a few different departments that I've never really worked with before. So I've never really had an intimate scene like this before. So it's my first time working with a coordinator, an intimacy coordinator. And that's been interesting because once you talk to them, you realize like there are just certain ways that you have to do things ethically to make sure that, you know, your actors are comfortable with everything and to get the best performance and to make sure everything goes according to plan.
Yeah.
It's just really important stuff that you wouldn't consider unless you consult one of them.
Yeah.
So it's really good to have them on board.
What are some of those things?
Well, it's even like logistical things, like just making sure you have enough time for. So they've had the intimacy coordinator has had separate interviews with the actors and already spoken to them about what they're doing, making sure they know what it is, making sure they're comfortable with it all.
Cool.
Because, you know, some people might not want to say things in front of each other because they often on film sets, something that can happen is that the actors feel this pressure to perform.
Yeah.
And they might be a bit uncomfortable.
They
but
won't talk up about it.
yeah, they're not going to say anything because they don't want to like disrupt the flow of everything or you know, make the director angry or anything like that. So I think it's really important that they have individual interviews and conversations with somebody where they feel like they're in a safe space to express if they don't feel comfortable.
For sure.
And then having those people on set as well to, you know, consult them, you know, privately, individually, make sure together they're all good.
And the crew as well, make sure they're aware of what's happening.
Yes, exactly right. And then, yeah, because we want to have a closed off set, so making sure the crew knows who's supposed to be there. And then you have certain things like the actors, because they're not, Emily's character is unclothed for one of the scenes, so she'll be wearing like an undergarment. So just making sure that's all good. And then like they wear a barrier in between, like down below, so that like it's, you know, it's safe, it's all protected and everything.
Things that you would not know if you weren't
think about
working with an intimacy coordinator.
Yeah,
You just see, you know, you see these raunchy scenes or like erotic scenes in movies and you don't think that anything goes into it. But fuck, man, a lot goes into it to make sure everybody's comfortable and everybody knows what's happening.
Yeah, and it's the same with our stunt coordinator that we've got as well. Just making sure that, you know, the action is safe, that you rehearse it, everyone knows what's happening. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
I love it, mate.
So yeah, so that was casting, that's stunt and intimacy. What else was there?
Scheduling. We've
just gone through all the scheduling. So that is probably one of the more stressful parts because of course you have this vision in your head, and I made a previs of the entire film, which meant that I basically just me at home, and also I had a couple friends help me out for a few scenes, but I got my camera and we just filmed different angles of how I wanted the scene to play out. And it's very helpful because you figure out the pacing, you figure out the blocking, all that stuff ahead of time. Exactly.
What I do with my little figurines.
Yeah, and it just saves you a lot of stress later on.
You shoot the movie before the movie. It's great.
Yeah, but then you also find that like you want to change a lot of things still. Like when you rehearse with your actors, they will bring new ways to block it out. And it was interesting during rehearsals, like with Jared, we were talking about doing so it was initially meant to be, there's a choke scene where Derek chokes Lainey, but we suggested more of a face grab.
Okay.
And then he was like, Jared was like, I can't do that because that sort of just messed up everything I've built up in my head about this character, who he is, and like the emotional journey he goes through. Fair. And like once he explained it to me, I was like, oh, you're actually right. And see, that's something
he's a great collaborator like that.
Oh, yeah, amazing. And like that's something that makes it so worthwhile to have actors that really are interested in the characters and like put thought into it and just do their best to bring that character to life. So yeah, rehearsing went really well. The actors had great ideas.
I have a question for you. Do you rehearse the intimate scenes?
No, I left that out.
Okay.
That's something we can these aren't super complicated. You can if they're more complicated scenes.
Okay.
But I don't think in this case we need to. It's only a couple shots where you really see things. And I've sent that previs to the intimacy coordinator so they can see the angles that I want.
Who'd you get prevising?
Oh, it was me and a doll. So I asked two of my mates. I was like, "Do you want to do it?" And they're like, "No." I was like, I guess it's gonna be me and the doll.
Oh, I need to see photos of this. Holy
I'll
shit!
show you later.
So
It's pretty funny.
You pre-vised an intimacy scene with a doll.
Yeah. What else?
Doesn't that just reflect your life, Dan?
Do we have to go there, Josh?
No, we don't. But I want to. Dan, how are you?
I was alright. It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
I'll show it to you later.
Yeah, cool.
And like I
Continue.
sent it to the makeup artist, and she's like, "Yeah, not gonna lie, I had a bit of a giggle at that."
Oh, that's funny, man.
Yeah, and
Holy
even the
shit.
DOP, he just sent back "ha ha ha" in capitals, like with a screenshot. It's pretty funny.
Continue, mate.
What else is there?
I don't know.
What else was I talking about?
How's like locations been going? Like, is everything locked
Good.
in?
Like, yeah, I
catering?
found the location pretty early on. Like, I still had 2 months or so when I found it. Oh, funny. I went to my grandma's house yesterday because she has so much stuff. And
Yeah,
I was
cool.
Like, I just want some production design.
Nice.
So I went there and I was like, I'll show you the photos after this.
Nice,
But
yeah.
her house is like a production design wonderland.
Nice.
She just has so much stuff. And I was like, maybe I should have filmed it here. But I like the location that we've got in Kurrajong,
Amazing,
and we've sort of
yeah.
planned around that. I think I want to keep that.
Nice.
But I grabbed some stuff from my grandma's house that we can
Yep.
use in the film, and it was wholesome. She was like really excited for me to use some of her stuff and for it
Amazing.
to actually be in the film and
Little
stuff. So-
personal little aspects in it. I love
yeah,
it.
because I
Yeah,
feel
yeah,
like
yeah.
making a film is actually a very personal
It
thing,
is.
and you know, to put a piece of yourself or your family like into it really just
Elevates it.
adds to that. Yeah,
For sure, mate.
So, we've got some really cool makeup effects.
Nice.
As well, and
I saw
prosthetic
the prosthetics on
stuff.
Jared. Yeah.
Did I show you the thing with the hand?
No.
Oh, that's a sick idea.
Nice.
I've got to show. I actually don't want to talk about it too much because
Okay.
it's such a cool idea. But my makeup artist had, just some ideas to elevate it,
Perfect,
the story,
man.
and
Awesome.
so it's gonna be good.
Good stuff. What are you most scared about? What are you most excited about?
Probably as of now, I'm most scared about trying to get everything done. Like
But that's-
that amount of shots.
That's my job. I take the stress off you for that, my friend.
Yeah, that is true.
You're not allowed to stress. That's my job.
Yeah,
I'm allowed to stress. You're
we'll
not.
make it happen.
Yeah. All right. Then what are you most confident about? And what are you looking forward to the most?
I think it's just gonna look amazing.
Yeah.
David Longdon, I have complete faith in him.
Amazing.
He shot some awesome stuff. The location is really good. You know, we're shooting on the Aria mirror with Cook lenses.
Nice.
I think it's going to look great.
Don't know what Cook lenses are, but sure.
They're nice
Nice. Just
cinema
nice
lenses. got a bit of a little bit of a softness to them.
Okay. Good.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah.
Amazing. Well, let's do the first dependent variable of the year. And if you get Spotify up, I'll get Spotify up.
Sure.
And this is a game that you guys can play along with at home. We're going to do some guessing for some soundtracks. All right, we're going to play some soundtracks, and we're going to play a second of it and see if we can guess where it's from. Now, we're going to have 10 goes at this each. I think, you know what, Dan? Let's find the same playlist on Spotify and then choose different songs out of it and see if we would know it. Happy?
Should we pick different playlists?
I mean,
because
I
then
have
we're going
my
to be
own-
able to see what's in there.
Okay, okay. I have my own playlist, so I'm ready to go when you are, my friend.
Okay. So you've already got one ready.
I'm about to. Yes. Okay. And it has to be something that we've both seen. Okay.
Oh, okay.
All right. I'm gonna play 1 second.
Well,
how many seconds?
Can I play one that I know you've seen but I haven't seen?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, so we do one each. Is that how
Yeah.
it's
We'll
gonna
do
go?
one each,
Okay.
one back and forth, and this is for you guys at home as well. Okay.
Okay.
We're gonna play 1 second or 2 seconds.
Yeah. What the heck is that? Oh, it's gonna be difficult. Can I have can we make it 5 seconds? Oh, I know that. What is that?
That's all I'm giving you guys.
Oh. Wait, is it a movie or a show?
It's a
Can you say?
movie. No,
Okay.
only movies. Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
okay. What is that? I know it.
You get 3 plays.
As in, you can keep playing it.
No. Okay. Wait. You can hear 3 different parts of the song.
Okay, give me one
So
more.
this is one more.
Oh, I know what this is. Is that Oppenheimer?
Yeah, there you go. Good
Sweet.
stuff, Dan. All right, cool. I love that. I love it.
All right, I'll pick one for you.
All right, go me.
All right, this is just a random part of the song, so I don't know. Kind of a hard one. Not a hard
How
one.
many
Like it's a
guesses
well-known
do I
movie.
have?
It's a well-known movie.
How many guesses do I have?
3.
All right, give me another one. Oh my God. Indiana Jones.
No.
Wait, dun, 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 dun. No?
No.
I've seen it. What is
Yeah.
it? All right, one more play.
Yep.
What the fuck? It's in that world of like, it sounds like John Williams.
No, it's not.
No, fuck.
Do you want me to tell you who the
alright.
composer is?
Yeah, okay.
Alan Silvestri.
Oh, okay.
Do you know who he is?
Yeah, he's done Avengers,
Yeah.
but that's not Avengers.
No. It's an older movie,
Um,
like 70s.
Fuck, and you think that I've seen it?
You would have seen it.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
If you haven't, I'd be surprised.
Really? Oh, fuck, I recognize it. It's yeah, I'm gonna have to. Fuck! I don't know what it is.
Give up. Back to the Future.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
You haven't seen it?
No.
Oh, sorry.
I've seen a
but
little
why have
bit
you
of
not
it.
seen that?
I've seen a little bit of it. I know. Sorry, guys. Stop yelling at me
Okay.
at home.
I'll give you an easy one for the next one.
All right.
All right, you go. Alright, give me another go. All right, one more go.
All right.
And it's a movie I've seen.
Yeah.
Oh, is it Bond?
No.
Oh, what is it?
All right, that's your first guess.
Oh, I don't know. Pink Panther?
No.
Oh,
We've seen it together.
we've seen it together.
Yeah.
We've seen together. Spider-Verse.
No. Babylon.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Nice. All right, I'll give you another one.
Go me. Oh, this is fun.
I
This is
hope you've
good.
seen this one.
I'm usually great at soundtracks. I listen to them every day. People give me shit because that's all I listen to. Like, I don't actually listen to proper music. I just listen to soundtracks.
All right, here we
All right, go me.
It's actually kind of a hard part.
fuck?
Let me see if I can
Yeah,
find
yeah,
that part.
yeah. Huh? Nah, new part of the song.
Yeah.
My last one. The Dark Knight.
Wow, that's not really.
Fuck.
It doesn't really represent the movie that well. Sorry, I'll pick a different
Ah, what is these choices, mate?
one. Sorry,
no, wait. Let me guess. Let me
Okay.
guess.
it's really not.
What genre?
It's an action movie from like the mid,
Oh,
like
God.
around 2008.
Avatar?
No.
Okay, yeah, no clue. What was it?
Transformers.
Mate, yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't a good song.
You
from
should have
it.
played, you know, the Green Day song?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm done.
It's not Green Day. It's Linkin Park.
Oh, same thing.
Okay,
Not really.
you go.
Sorry, guys. Sorry. Okay.
Is that Inception?
No.
Go again. Oh, Interstellar.
Yeah, baby. Wow. You're smashing it, bro.
So I'm giving you harder ones. I'm trying to find it.
That's all right.
Oh, surely you know this one. I'll play it from the start.
You said that about the last two. All right.
Hang on. I'll give you a few seconds here.
Avatar.
No.
Oh, wait. Dun. Nemo.
Yep.
Yeah. Woo.
Nice.
Alrighty. Kill. All right. That was good. Oh, fuck, man. That brings back... Oh!
Yeah, I know, right?
Oh, it makes me emotional.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Right. This one you get in 1 second because this... Fuck's sake.
What was that?
All right.
I don't know. Oh, is it The Greatest Showman?
Holy fuck. How did you get that from that?
Really?
That's nuts.
It just sounded very...
That was good.
Showman.
That was good. Wow. You've got them all. I thought I was great at this.
Was there one I didn't get?
No. All right. Let's go. Black Panther.
Hang on. I'll let it play for a bit.
Top Gun.
I'll play a bit of it.
Skip middle of the song.
Okay.
Michael Jackson. What the
It
fuck?
actually doesn't really...
Damn.
I don't know. I'm sorry.
Mate.
It's not.
Is it Tim Burton?
No,
Oh,
it's not. I keep picking shitty ones. I'm sorry.
Mate.
Do you want me to say it or pick a different one?
You guys are getting there. Yeah, just say it.
It was Batman vs Superman.
Oh my god! All right. This one. All right, let's go. Again, this has lyrics. So, ready?
Yep. Frozen. Tangled.
You have one more guess. Do you want me to play one more time?
Yeah. I don't know.
Oh no! It finds me.
What is that? Moana.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it.
What? Really? Right, that's crazy.
Okay, next one.
Yeah, go me.
You should know this one. You don't know this.
Pink Panther?
Do you not recognize that?
Bruv, no clue.
Wait,
I've not.
you've definitely seen this, right? Doesn't ring a bell?
No. La La Land?
I'll skip forward.
What the fuck is this?
Do you want one more? Or?
It's like, no, what? Yeah, right, okay. No idea.
Whiplash.
Oh, fuck me. Yeah, that's all in. Yeah, okay, whatever. Oh, this one's from your favorite movie. I know.
Okay. Good hunting.
One of them.
Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker.
No.
One more bit.
I think we might get copyrighted if I play too much
Yeah,
more.
my favorite movie.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The Last Jedi.
I was close. All right, I got one.
All right, winner takes all. We'll do one more each.
All right.
All right, let's go. I hope you guys are playing along at home. All right, go me. Yeah, Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Nice.
I thought I'd give you an easy one.
All right.
Oh, Duel of the Fates. Number 3.
You know it straight away.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. All right, cool. I'll give you one more.
Yeah, we'll do one more.
One
Winner
more.
takes all?
Yeah, okay.
Okay. We'll pick a difficult one then.
I don't know if you've seen this. Nah, you definitely have.
Okay. Play again. Barbie?
Yeah.
I thought I heard a bit of
Just can't anywhere else I'd be a tan.
All right, let me play one for you.
Yeah,
I'll pick in somewhat easy one.
All right.
Ready?
Batman.
Yeah. Nice.
Nice.
Oh, we're a stalemate. All right, quick round.
All right, quick round. I don't know if you. I don't know.
That was Spider-Verse.
Fuck's sake! I didn't even. No, okay, wrong one.
All right, ready?
That wasn't it. Yeah, go. Oh my god.
You've seen this.
Yeah, stop. Damn it. Isn't that the Batman again?
No. 2 more guesses.
That's on my list somewhere. How many times have you played it? Once?
Yep.
Give me again. Oh my god, I know this. Is it Avatar?
No.
Oh no.
You're going to bang your head. You don't get it. One more?
Yeah, right, yeah. Alright, stop. Can I check my list or no?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
I'll allow it.
Oh, fuck. I don't know. Bruv, yeah, you fucking. I know I'm going to fucking kick my head when I know what this is.
You will. I guarantee it. Do you want a clue?
Yeah, okay.
We've spoken about it in this podcast.
What?
Yeah.
We have?
Yeah.
Both spoke. Oh, Godzilla?
No.
Nah, fuck. What is it?
Joker.
Oh, for fuck's sake! All right.
When he's in the bathroom.
I have one more for you.
Yep.
All right.
Give me another section. Oh, is that Harry Potter? That is Harry Potter. Why are you hitting me with the feels right now?
Man.
That sounds exactly like Harry Potter.
2 more guesses.
I don't know. I don't know what it is.
Two's the lesson.
Actually,
Federico Reed.
why you ripped off Harry Potter? Oh my god, you scumbag!
There you go, mate. Good. Alrighty,
Right.
guys, we're going to wrap up here. That is the season finale. The season
a good
premiere to season 3 of the pre-production meeting. Now, I think we had a bit of a problem with the camera.
Yeah, sorry, guys.
For about 20 minutes, so
My bad.
you won't see my face, or maybe you will. Maybe Dan will cut in between a beautiful photo of me. This one.
Dunce.
Cool. Awesome. Anyways, we hope you guys have enjoyed. We won't be having these camera problems every week, I promise.
Yeah.
Sucks that happened in the season opener, but you
Yeah.
know what? It is what it is. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and it's good to be back. I feel good to be back. We'll be getting some cracking guests on soon.
Lots to look forward to.
Lots to look forward to. The photo shoot. Hope you guys liked the photos. We had a lot of fun doing it. But anyways, what are we going to do, Dan?
Gonna tie a little beautiful bow on this episode.
Yes, we are. Ladies and gentlemen, you can catch us on the pre-production meetings on YouTube, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts, and the pre-prod pod on Instagram. And we'll see you guys next time. It is
Peace
good
out.
to be back. See you later.
Ciao.
Bye.